Why does blood pressure change with age? And what should be done? It's perfectly natural for the blood pressure to increase as we age. In fact, it's an expected part of the aging process. Don't worry, this increase is normal and not necessarily a cause for concern unless it reaches unhealthy ranges. Just be sure to maintain a healthy lifestyle and get regular checkups from your doctor. This video article will explain how such gradually increased vascular pressure can be minimized to safeguard against chronic diseases for good health and longevity. Blood pressure is a vital sign that measures blood pressure against the walls of the arteries. It is determined by systolic pressure when the heart beats and pumps blood, and the diastolic pressure when the heart is at rest between beats. Blood pressure tends to increase with age due to the hardening and narrowing of the arteries, which makes it difficult for blood to flow through them. This can lead to various health problems such as heart disease, stroke, and kidney failure. Therefore, monitoring blood pressure regularly and taking necessary precautions to maintain it within a healthy range is crucial. Blood pressure is created in the heart by the contraction of the left ventricle for the distribution of oxygenated blood and diuretic breakdown products, including micronutrients and medications. Now, let's talk about the aorta, which is a big artery that leaves the heart carrying oxygenated blood and other nutrients. Branches of, of the aorta sends blood to the muscles of the heart itself, as well as all other parts of the body. Like a tree, the branches get smaller and smaller as they get farther or further from the aorta, and the minute capillaries convey such requirements for each cell in the body. Now, what is normal blood pressure by age? Adolescent between 14 and 18 years, the systolic is 90 to 120 and diastolic is could be 50 to 80. Then adults between 19 and 40 years, systolic is between 95 and 135, and diastolic is between 60 and 80. Adults 41 to 60 years, the systolic is 110 to 145, and diastolic is 70 to 90. Older adults, that is 61 and over, it should be 95 to 145 systolic and 70 to 90 diastolic. Today, for well being and longevity, it is essential to maintain your systolic blood pressure between, say, 120 to 130 millimeters of mercury. So, the importance of maintaining blood pressure within the normal range of 120 systolic and 70 to 80 diastolic is essential to safeguard against high blood pressure, cardiovascular events, strokes, kidney disease, and peripheral atherosclerosis or hardening of vessels, among others. Now, let's discuss how to prevent and maintain essential high blood pressure within the normal range. Let's also discuss a situation where medication is being taken for high blood pressure, still, it is not being held within the normal range, which is very common. When your medical practitioner finds that you have early rising blood pressure, there are changes in lifestyles to reverse to a normal range without medication. There are no early symptoms of high blood pressure, as in most other early onset diseases. These symptoms in other diseases are referred to as prodromal symptoms. This is the danger of high blood pressure because the body gets used to working usually with high blood pressure until one day you feel dizzy or lightheaded and next get a stroke. So, frequently checking up on blood pressure is essential with your machine at home or with the doctors. Obesity alone can cause high blood pressure. Mind you, your heart has to pump hard against the hardening peripheral vessels to provide oxygenated blood and nutrients to the excessive fat cells which we call adipocytes. Starting on a plant-based low fat and low fat and carb diet with an hour's brisk walk daily may suffice to reverse your high blood pressure without medication. Walking tends to make your blood vessels more elastic and less resilient for blood pressure, and that alone can reduce the strain on your heart muscles. Check your blood pressure immediately after a workout in the gym or a brisk walk for an hour. Your systolic can even drop below 100 millimeters of mercury. This is due to the temporary vasodilatation of the peripheral vessels. This applies to individuals who have been exercising for a long time. As mentioned, blood pressure after exercise may increase from the optimal 120 systolic upon diastolic 80 millimeters of mercury. This is perfectly normal and usually nothing to worry about. What's important is how fast your blood pressure returns to its average resting level after physically exerting yourself. Longer recovery times can be linked to worse cardiovascular health. In some cases, it is even be a sign of a severe health concern like hypertension or high blood pressure or heart disease, especially if it happens in younger people. How else can you calm, relax, and dilate a blood vessel to lower your blood pressure without medication? Leafy green veggies like spinach and collard greens, high in nitrates, are good vasodilators. Allicin, a chemical compound found in garlic, is clinically shown to promote blood flow by lowering blood pressure and relaxing the blood vessels. Allicin also helps prevent cancer by lowering blood pressure and cholesterol. Beets are high in nitrates, which research suggests improves cardiovascular health in several ways. Some studies show beetroot juice supplementation may lower blood pressure and increase blood flow. It increases oxygen uptake, lengthening the time it takes to become fatigued, which allows people to stay active longer. Drinking a cup of beetroot juice daily could significantly lower the blood pressure of people with high blood pressure, according to research funded at Queen Mary's University of London. Now, can fish oil reduce high blood pressure? Multiple studies report modest reduction in blood pressure in people who take fish oil supplements. There is some evidence that the beneficial effects of fish oil might be more significant for people with moderate to severe high blood pressure than for those with mild blood pressure elevation. So, you could lower your blood pressure during the early stages without medication, but exercise daily, like a brisk walk, keep your weight down, and go on a vegetable based diet with supplements. Ginger tea has been found to improve blood flow as a natural vasodilator, widening blood vessels and enhancing blood flow. So, when selecting tea, opt for green and black varieties or the ginger tea for an extra circulation boost. How does alcohol affect your blood pressure? Drinking too much alcohol can raise blood pressure to unhealthy levels. Having more than 3 drinks in one sitting temporarily raises blood pressure. Repeated binge drinking can lead to long-term increase in blood pressure. Consuming moderate amounts of alcohol may offer some health benefits. However, heavy drinking can hurt your mood and the function of your brain, heart, and other bodily systems. If you have high blood pressure, avoid alcohol or drink alcohol only in moderation. For healthy adults, that means up to 1 drink daily for women and 2 for men. A drink is 12 ounce, 353 milliliters of beer, 5 ounces or 148 milliliters of wine, or 1.5 ounces or 44 milliliters of 80 proof distilled spirits. Keep in mind that alcohol contains calories and may cause weight gain. Weight gain is a risk factor for high blood pressure. Alcohol may interact with certain blood pressure medications. It may affect the level of the medications in the body or increase side effects. Does alcohol constrict or dilate blood vessels? In addition to being a depressant, alcohol dilates the blood vessels. So if you're standing at a party or social setting, blood will pool in the vessels in your feet instead of being pumped back to the heart and can lower your blood pressure temporarily. So viewers, I hope this video article was helpful. I had high blood pressure with asymptomatic coronary heart disease, but just walking 30,000 steps intermittently daily with a with a plant-based diet, I got rid of high blood pressure and coronary heart disease, and I take no medication at my age of 94. So let me be your role model. Please stay safe and goodbye until we meet again.